What's up, y'all? Happy Catfish Friday. I'm here at the house, and I had a couple little thoughts right now that inspired me to. I'm trying to find a spot with the light and stuff. Inspired me to want to make a video. The first deal is I've been having trouble with my phone and getting it to charge. So today I took it to the store and I thought it was backed up to the iCloud, and apparently it was not, or if it was, I cannot remember the password or the email address to get in. What had happened was I've lost every contact, picture, song, everything I had on my phone, but it still does the basic stuff that a phone should do. Like now I can make a new video for Facebook. So that's what I'm doing. Anyhow, I'm bummed out about that, but I got to thinking, you know what? At least I didn't lose all that stuff because I lost my phone because I'm on meth or something, you know. Now I just got to recover a bunch of information. I don't have to piece my life back together from a major catastrophe like a chemical addiction or anything. So I got that going for me. And the second little deal that inspired me to want to make a video is this one, I save change, okay? And I have for years. I've had a bunch of change stolen from me this year, or within the year or so. Somebody broke into my house and stole jugs of change that were already sorted, probably close to $2,000 or $3,000 worth. About eight or 9 years of saving change and not spending change, just saving it. That's what they got. Anyhow, my wife saves change too, and I put on these dirty pants to crawl under the house. It's a little bit muddy under there, and I gotta find where apparently my dog has ran through the ducting, and I'm gonna take some tape under there and fix that up. But I had a bunch of change in these pockets, and I no longer have a change holder here. My wife does. And so, on one hand, I could just hold on to this change and take it back to Monaghan's where I know my change is my change. Or I could put it here in my wife's change collector. And I correlated this instance with as God would ask us to trust Him with our money. We say it's His money. So what I got to thinking was, there's no reason I shouldn't put this in my wife's container. She'll do anything for me, anything I need. She would break into this change to have enough money to get it for me. So really, I'm just putting it in another place that's holding it for me. And then, and I do well saving my own change. But it's nice to have somebody else that's got a special container for your hard times. You know, when your little container for your hard times runs out, somebody else has got a container for your hard times. Another rainy day fund. So what I got to thinking is, she'll go to whatever means, spending every dime in her change deal to help me out. And even if she doesn't, who cares? I love her. She's my wife. I'll put my change in her deal and she can do whatever she wants with it. So those are, and I could directly correlated that to giving, as God would have you to do, and thinking, well, I'll give this knowing you'll give it back. What if He don't? So what? It's God. He told you what to do. You love Him. He loves you. Do what He says. So there's a little food for thought on a soft chew food for thought on a Friday afternoon. Happy Catfish Friday. All right then. That stuff, only know that I'm like every not just Christian, every human that's ever considered it. It's give to God, I don't know, and then give as much as He says. And all we really know as far as a hardcore number is a tenth. That's what tithe means. I believe it's a Greek word, but it means a tenth, literally. And we know that from, was it Abraham that gave a tenth to the priest Melchizedek? But I wouldn't, as I've heard preachers say, and I agree with it, a tenth isn't that's a great starting point. Some of us can afford far more than a tenth before it hurts and we can feel it. Some of us, a tenth is, that's already hurting. But I guess I just thought of lifting weights. If you got a spotter, a good spotter, one you trust, there it is. It's one you trust. You'll attempt some weight that hurts, knowing, and be responsible with it. Do a proper good lift, but when it hurts, your spotter will get you. So make sure you trust your spotter and don't just be going through the motions. If your spotter is the same spotter I have, it will hurt, but he does get you and have you and will. So happy Catfish Friday. All right then.